honestly looks so sick. Yeah, it really turned out. Look at that, guys. All right, guys, it's all done. Looks absolutely mint. So here's the inside, what it looks like. Hey, how's it going? And today I'm going to be literally cutting part of my roof off to make an air duct for my huge turbo. All right, so I'm literally gonna cut this thing apart and make an air duct. So this is what I was sort of thinking to cut, so I can flop the purple part down and kind of make, so when air is going over the car, it'll go down into my air intake onto my cold side of my turbo. When I actually had this engine into the trunk like this, I've always had it set up like this. The turbo used to be down here and it was sucking nothing but very hot air. I did have this duct and it did come in through there to the turbo, but it wasn't the best, and this will be much better because air going over the car will actually be being pushed down. I'll roll around over my piece that I'm gonna make and go right to the turbo, which will suck that air in. That'll be awesome. I'm also planning on using the factory hatch, so I'll get into that later. I think it's gonna fit. I think the hatch is going to fit. The only thing I'm kind of worried about is to get this piece low enough to go to where I was thinking here. It will literally be like a 45-degree down, and that's not very optimal for airflow. It'd be nice if it was like kind of gradual, but I do have my sunroof here that I would like functional because this is a street car too, believe it or not. Street car, boys. So this might be driven on the street eventually, so I'm going to leave that because it's nice having a sunroof that's functional. I need this to breathe a little better though. So anyways, I'm thinking I'm going to cut that all out. I'm not gonna cut this line. That's the line I cut up to. And then that side as well. I think I gotta keep this for structural. I'm not sure. Maybe I can take that out. I think I can afford to take that out. Looks kind of structural to me. Yeah, I took a good look at it off camera, and I do think I just need to take the saw to it. Right straight down, cut this piece out, and then cut all that out, and then see where I'm left for structural. Like, I do have my cage here. My cage is in here, but nothing's attached to the roof. I don't know here, guys. I don't want to wreck my car either, right? Now that I'm looking at it, I do have this all gusseted in, so it's going to help hold the body which way it's held in right now. And this side too. So this might actually help me out for structural once this gets cut. So I think it's time to get that hacksaw out, my guy. All right, I think it's time to get the saw out. Okay, so this is what I got so far. I made sure I left some on the bottom so I can actually rivet that together and it'll be a smooth transition down. I think I might cut just a tick more over here. It's just straight down. That's like a 45 for sure. So I'm just gonna cut a little bit more so it's a little bit better, and then I'll be able to probably figure out where I wanna cut extra weight off, and then I can rivet that together, and then I can probably just start sealing this. And honestly, this isn't gonna be too bad. This thing's gonna be sick. The air filter will just be chilling there like that. Thug Life chose me. All right, so I got my 2 pieces of metal here. I'm gonna clamp it and make sure that this isn't distorted too much, which is my firewall. And then I can clamp it, make a couple holes, rivet it, and then I just gotta cover this piece, and then I'm pretty well on my way to be finished. I've only been in this for like half an hour so far, so this is going pretty smooth. I built a lot of stuff for the NASCARs out of just sheet metal aluminum and rivets and a brake and everything, so I'm pretty good at this stuff. The imagination's definitely there now. I'll just quick do that. All right, so now I've got a large opening for air to come in. This is pretty big. I think it is definitely big enough. And then, so it's gonna have some sort of a like scoop type of thing. So I gotta figure that out. I know the hatch, if it's going to go on, it's going to be a little higher, and that is completely fine, but I gotta figure that out too. All right, here she is. She's looking something like that. She's got a little bit of a tip on her. And I know the hatch is gonna fit a little high. I don't have any help right now to get the hatch on. Des is sleeping and it's noon. But anyways, I'm going to cut that out and I'm gonna have a lip going this way. I can rivet it in this. I was thinking of making a carbon fiber, which would be so sick, but it's kind of multiple angles and I just have sheets of carbon fiber. So I think I'm going to make it out of thick aluminum so it doesn't bend and paint it black. That's the plan, I think. Okay, me and Des are gonna try and put on my hatch. So what I did is I welded bolts to the bolts that were on it to actually make a 1/2-inch spacer. So once the hatch is upside down and on it, it should have about 1/2 inch of a gap. And the reason being, because it literally touched the turbo. So I'm gonna have to heat blanket this and have this spaced out as well. So that should be okay. We're gonna try it, see what happens. I did try it before and it didn't really fit because of the turbo. That turned out amazing. That is awesome. Absolutely amazing. How that turned out, I'm really, honestly, I'm very impressed. Let's see how she fits. Look at that. She's fitting pretty level, like pretty much perfect. Wow. Okay, 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 okay.
Whoa.
This was where my exhaust used to be.
Oh.
Yeah. So it'd be like,
oh. Oh.
That was fun. That was turbo setup to go.
So is your turbo touching?
Nope.
No.
You see how close it is? Pretty close, I'd say, eh? I don't know how I'm gonna do this, like, with this cap on.
Stuff underneath?
Yeah, like get the bolts on. I don't know.
Can we like lift up the hood? Does the hood lift up?
Yeah. But it might.
Yeah.
But we'll try it. Where she needs to go.
That's where it's holding.
I think that'll work.
Latched on?
The turbo is heavy, eh?
Yeah. Some extra weight on your car.
Yeah, that looks amazing. So what I gotta do now, go into the car and do the rivets from the inside out. So I've got this in here. So I've got these flaps that I need to bend down over the back and then drill holes, rivet that in, and then silicone it or whatever, and then I should be pretty well. That is gonna look awesome. I can't wait to see it done without any tools on the roof type of thing. It will look so sick. and that was just getting nothing but hot air. So that was hurting power a lot. So this will actually help me a lot, and it'll actually help the water not heat soak for my water to air intercooler, because this is constantly trying to cool the air from the turbo. Turbo air is quite a bit hotter than normal. It'll heat soak my water quite a bit easier. So this should help a lot. Very, very exciting for me. And it honestly looks so sick. Yeah, it really turned out. Look at that, guys. All right, guys, it's all done. Looks absolutely mint. So here's the inside, what it looks like. Just boom, straight to the turbo. And that's exactly what I want. Get that cold air into that engine bay right by the inlet on the turbo. Because honestly, this was covered completely with All right, like, comment, subscribe, and we'll see you in the next one. And also make sure to join the channel. That helps me huge. Just donate a couple of bucks a month, and it really does add up if a bunch of people do it. I'd really like to see some more people joining. That'd be sick. If you watch my videos all the time, really consider it. Just like literally a couple dollars a month helps me immensely. So that'd be sick. All right, guys, like, comment, subscribe, and we'll see you in the next one. Honestly, looks so sick. Yeah, it really turned out. Look at that, guys. All right, guys, it's all done. Looks absolutely mint. So here's the inside, what it looks like. Just boom, straight to the turbo. And that's exactly what I want. Get that cold air into that engine bay